Hi guys, it's Lord Above All here again, and sorry it's been a while, but I've just recently got into a bit of biking, and I thought I'd show you how to make a puncture repair video. And yeah, so I just want to talk about, I know there's quite a few out there, but I just wanted to talk to you about how there's a lot of different kits available, different brands and different types. And basically what it is there's this is the first one I bought. This is from Halfords, and what it comes with the patches, vulcanizing solution, which is basically like the glue, and it comes with a scraper, like it's kind of like a sandpaper but doesn't wear out, chalk and crayon. I'll tell you what these all do later on. And this, so far, with the kind of gluing type patch, has been the best one that I've had so far. And what it is it's just overall it's easier to use. It hasn't got like the patches, there's only one side to peel off, the white side, and it sticks on nicely. So that's the Halfords kit. Today I went to Wilkinson's. If you're in Britain, you know what that is. I bought myself a self-adhesive puncture repair kit. I was told by a friend that in the winter it does. I agree with him completely that it's a lot harder to make repairs on your bike when you're on the trail and on the roads, and it's just easier to have a self-adhesive kit. You just sand it and then stick it on. And that's why I just purchased this, and I leave this in my kit, in this little kit, and I'll try and use this one as much as possible. But whenever I'm finding it really difficult, I'll just use those. It's just really like if you're late to get somewhere, if you commute using your bicycle, it just makes sense to have them. Really, I can't say in any other way. I can't say otherwise. But I also got these separately, another cheap kit. You need them, they're called tyre levers, and you'll see why you need them in a bit. But for my friend today, I was just going into biking. I just bought him a puncture repair kit, and this is £2. So to be fair, that Halfords puncture repair kit was £3, and that's what it came with. Everything I showed you basically. 8 patches, and that was 8 patches with sandpaper. That was £2. But obviously that one was self-adhesive. But this is what this comes with. It's not focusing, but it comes with the wax crayon, the chalk, sandpaper, 6 patches in 2 sizes, 2 tyre levers, and the solution, and a spanner. So overall, for £2 you can't go wrong. And to be fair, I have tried this before, and it is really good, and for the money you just can't go wrong. It comes with these patches, and this is what I mean by how I prefer the Halfords ones. These are kind of a different type, you know, because they got that orange bit, and these are a bit harder to put on. They wouldn't make the world of difference, they both do the same job. But what I liked is that these came with tyre levers as well, and for £2 you can't go wrong. So it comes with the levers, a spanner set. Is just like a basic cheap spanner set, and it comes with the rest of the normal stuff you'd find. But I'm not going to use this one today because it's not mine, it's for a friend. So sorry about that one, but I won't be using that. But what I did do for you guys, just especially for you guys, I punctured my tyre on purpose. I stabbed it with a nail, and so we're gonna give a shot at repairing this, and I'll show you step by step how to do it. So just stick this camera back on the tripod and zoom in. So basically what you really want to do is you want to start by basically getting your levers, and let's just move this closer. You want to take your levers and just kind of, hoping not to hurt any camera angle, using that side. What that hook is, it locks onto the rim, but I don't really use it. I've seen people do it. Honestly, I don't really think it helps. But if you tilt it so the bend's like this, and you take it in an angle like that and pry it, you got a bit more room to pry. So if you take it underneath, so this is like fully deflated, and the reason you've got two is now this one's held there. Take my other lever and just slowly take it around the rim, lifting it up, and what that does is that brings it brings parts of the tyre onto the rim, and then you can just slowly just start twisting it and taking it around. And because it's a mountain bike tyre, that's about as far as you need to go with the levers. Just don't make it hard for yourself and just pull it out, honestly. Because it's a mountain bike tyre, it's not as hard. It's not as hard to do. And it's pretty easy. Now what you want to do is you get to your valve basically, and you just want to you want to leave one side of the tyre in and pull the tube out. So you got your tube here. Now you don't exactly know where the puncture is. There's one technique where you can pump it up a bit and dip it in a bowl of water and slowly take it around the rim, and when the air leaks it will come out in a stream of bubbles. The reason I'm not showing you this way is because on the road you don't always have that bottle of water. You don't always have that source of water that you can do this, so I'm going to show you the hard way. Basically, I'm just going to get a pump quickly. There you go, magic. Got myself a pump. And what you want to do is just inflate this a little bit, so you can basically just find out where everything is. Just give it a few pumps. Pump it up as much as you can, and you hear it if you can listen carefully. And I can feel that there's a strong jet of air coming out. Don't know if you can see, but there's that black dot. Now you've located your puncture, so using the repair kit, using that one, quickly open it again, take the chalk out. You don't need the wheel on here for a minute. Take the chalk out, and you've locating the puncture. It's there. And just rub shite loads of chalk there. So that's your puncture. Now what you want to do is rough up your surface using that scraper. It's just so it makes the surface more porous, and it gives the vulcanizing solution a bit of grip. It's the same way when you sand down paints. Same kind of principle. So basically, the idea is to place an excess amount on the area that needs the work. It's got the puncture. The reason for doing so is you don't want to miss a spot. You really don't. You want to put it in all directions. Now what you have to do here is allow it to be tacky. That's not a fashion statement, if you get the punt. What it means is when you touch it, it should kind of stick to your finger. Now when that happens, you know it's ready and it's going to accept the patch. And if I can get this patch to peel off, that would be great. This is another tricky part. The rest of it has been easy. Put this down and try and do it. Sorry I'm out of the camera. There we go, there we go. Hey. So, yeah, sometimes what will happen is you just go a bit dry. Yeah, that will sometimes go a bit dry. Don't worry, you just put a bit more solution on it. Now you just hold that firmly, hold that nicely down, just hold it for a while. And obviously if you had water near you, you would be able to check this puncture. You'd inflate it, and what you try and do is squeeze the outer edges so it will force anything. And yeah, if there were bubbles, you can always just put a bit of vulcanizing solution around the edge, and that should take care of it. If not, just rip off the patch and place another one. But honestly, in my own opinion, with my road bike, I always have everything on me. If I take this camera off, just let that settle for a second while it's still just drying. I've got everything on my bike. I've got my bike bag, it's got all my tools, and that patch, that repair kit would be in it. It's got my pump, it's got a lock, it's got lights, it's got everything. To be honest with you, if you're serious about cycling, you need it. You will not regret having it. And the thing is, I always carry a spare tube in there. Reason being, sometimes you don't want this hassle. You want to do it at home, like in a nice garage. It's alright. It's alright then. You're not as bothered. But sometimes you can get agitated on the side of the road. So it's important to carry everything. I will recommend you to do that. Just give it a pump up. And let's find a patch. It's all good. Can't hear anything. And don't ever fully inflate your tube like this when it's not in the tyre, because the rim wall will stop it from expanding as much, and you'll realise that how the hell did my tube become so big? It's because you're stretching it. So it's fine, that patch is done. So all you have to do now is kind of deflate this. So if I take this out, get rid of the pump for a second, just take a tyre lever. If you've got a valve removing kit, valve removing tool, I've got one, but for the purpose of this video, most people don't. Well, at least I'm assuming most people don't. Just want to deflate it a bit. There you go. And now just pack up the puncture repair kit. You don't need that anymore. Well, you do need it, but yeah, you won't need to be using it anymore, should I say. Let me put my extra stuff in it as well. But trust me, people, it's worth it. Don't ever leave home without it. You got a pocket, put it in there. You don't puff luck. You might go home on a flat tire, and it's not the best of things to do. So now, what you want to do is start off by locating your. You want to locate your valve hole. So just look around, look around, look around. Okay, so mine's in this position. My valve, where my valve is sitting now, is where the hole is, directly beneath it. Now what you want to do is, again, pull, make sure your rim is, your tyre, sorry, is, I'm going to move the tube out of the way, is one side is off the rim, one side's on the rim. Makes your life easy. And this being a mountain bike tyre, you could probably do the rest of this without any tools. So we just insert this valve. And you basically just go around tucking the tube back in. So I'm just going to move. You might not see anything on camera, but I'm just going around tucking it all in. And now all you do is just make sure that your rim, your tyre is sitting in your rim nicely. And now all you do is just fold it around. Pull it over, push it in. Pull it over, push it in. Keep going around. Pull your valve out, and it just stops it from going back in and causing problems. Oh, I'm getting a backache from doing this. And you just want to kind of ease it in from the edges. And that's it, it's in. And you want to just kind of just drop it on the floor, give it a nice tap so it sits in properly. Take your pump and inflate it. Boy oh boy do I like Presto valves. Oh, it makes life so easy. And just pump it up. Can't remember the PSI. It should be 40 to 60. So, because it's been repaired, just do it to the minimum. Don't do it to the maximum. Yeah, my gauge is saying 40. And it's holding it nice and steady. Gauge isn't dropping. And that's what you call a good puncture repair, people. So now all you got to do is just mount it back onto your bike. Same procedure for any other bike, other than if it's tubeless. Yeah, so there you go. I'll be putting up some more bike maintenance videos, cause I don't know if you can see, but behind my bike, that's a touring stand upside down because there's varnish at the top of it, and that stand there, that big post, that metal thingy, is basically what you call it lifts the rear end of your bike up, so when you're doing repairs it can you can like spin the wheel and stuff, and it won't move anywhere. So thanks for watching, and my next couple of videos, I'll probably do them now if I've got enough battery life. They'll be on this bike. I'll try and do gears, wheels truing, things like that. So thanks for watching. It's been a bit of a long video. I know you get the shorter ones, but I like it to be a bit in depth. Most of it is mainly me talking, but yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for persevering, more like.